It's not going to be long before winter tourists make their way in Southwest Florida, which usually means the peak of our real estate season. But what would you do if you knew that this coming season is going to mark the peak of our prices? Well, here to tackle that question, Wink News real estate expert Denny Grimes from Denny Grimes & Company is coming in today. This is an interesting question. When is the peak and is it coming? You think it is?
Well, it eventually will come. I want to make two disclaimers. Number one, they say whoever predicts the market is going to end up looking foolish, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
And secondly, I'm not going to be Chicken Little and predict that the market's crashing because I don't think that's the case. But there's been a series of good reports lately, and it's going to lull sellers into believing that the market will never change. And I painfully remember that markets change and not always for the better.
Yeah, because they can go down real fast. We certainly don't want that because it has been such a string of good news.
That's right. In fact, a report just came out that for the last 12 months, pending home sales across the country have been year over year higher for 12 consecutive months. A month or so we talked about that the median sales price across the U.S. is at record levels, even above the peak, and that the sales continue and inventories down. So that's a string of good news. And unless you're the Patriots, you can't win all the time. And so if I were a weatherman like Joey, I'd be watching the barometer. The skies are blue, but there's some change and subtle changes that are happening. And some people are predicting a correction in the market.
So what do you see for our season as we move into 2016? The snowbirds coming back. It's always a good time usually to sell and hopefully to buy.
I think that the 2016 season, which starts here at the end of this year and goes into up till Easter, will probably be our record season. I think it will have record tourists and buyers. The snowbirds are older and colder. They have more money in their pocket, and they want to be here. So I think if a seller wants to take advantage of a peak market, this may be the opportunity.
Now, you write here as well, that sell too early, too late. The choice is coming. What do you mean when you say that?
Well, the sellers have a chance to sell one day too early or one day too late. And once that shift happens, what's going to happen is some of the heat from the market's going to be taken down. There'll be downward pressure on buyer momentum and prices. And so sellers won't be able to negotiate as good a deal once the market shifts. I think they're going to be in a good position this season. In fact, a better position this season than next season, because I think sometime in 2016 we're going to see a change in the market where the sellers won't have the same negotiating strength.
Now, sometimes that goes, right, bang, hits me in the head, I got to sell now. But you're talking more of a correction, not a crash.
Yeah, I don't think the market's going to crash. But again, right now, the best time to sell is when inventory is low and when buyers fear prices will be higher tomorrow. If the market shifts a little bit and some of that steam's taken out, the buyers won't have that same fear that prices are going to be higher.
All right, so this season starts in about a month, right?
That's right. So if they want to have bragging rights to all their friends from here in perpetuity, selling in 2016 may give them the bragging right to say, hey, I sold at the peak.
So get ready to plan for that, Denny.
Right.
All right, people are listening. Thanks for the advice. Wink News This Morning's coming right back. Stay with us.